and welcome to week 3 of Puppy Day School at No Bones About It with Fitz. He's doing so great. I'm so proud of him. We really focused the first 2 weeks on trying to combat the jumping skills, and I feel like we're really starting to see some progress in that department. So yay, that's really exciting. So this week we've focused on down and touch. And we haven't really talked a lot about the touch game, which is also referred to as hand targeting. It basically is teaching your dog to touch its nose to the palm of your hand. And, you know, the normal reaction I get when I tell people that we're going to teach the skill or that this skill is really invaluable is, why? Why would I care about that? It seems kind of silly. But in fact, it's really, really one of the things that people will come back to me later and say, wow, that was one of the best things that I ever taught my dog, or that has really stuck and can be used in a variety of situations. So let's say, let's take the concept of, and we've talked about this before with the jumping, it doesn't really work to tell a dog not to do something. It doesn't work well. Don't look at that other dog. Don't bark at that dog. Don't jump on a human. Those things are really hard concepts for a puppy to rely on down the road. So what we usually do is we try to teach them alternate behaviors or incompatible behaviors. So one of the things that the hand targeting does is it gives the dog an active behavior that I can do when I want to refocus or get them to do something else. So let's say we're walking down the street and my dog sees another dog and they start jumping and lunging and barking because they're so excited. So instead of just saying, no, don't do that, I can have them do an active behavior like touch. Yes, good job. So we could be walking along, touch. Yay, let's go, touch. Yes, good job. Very nice. So all I'm asking them to do, touch, and I can keep that low to the ground, touch. And it gets them to think and do something else active. I can get them to do multiple touches. Touch. It gets a little riled up when we start to do multiple touches. Touch. Yes, good. So 2 touches for 1 treat, 3 touches for 1 treat. We're working up to those skills. But again, you can see how excited he gets, and he really wants to work through that. And it refocuses him rather than focusing on other things. So another thing would be, okay, my dog's out in the yard. Let's just see what happens if I do, can you see me if I go up here? So I'm going to have Fitz. Ready? Let's go find that. Goes and chases the ball. Fitz. Touch. Yes, good job. So I can use it as an alternate to recall. If my dog gets distracted and they're far away, you get distracted. You're supposed to get distracted. Go get distracted. Ready? Go. Get down. Go say hi over here. Hi, what's over here? What's over here? Fitz! Touch. Touch. Good job. So I can use it as an alternate way to get the dog to come closer to me when maybe I'm in a situation where I don't necessarily want to use my recall word, or maybe my recall word come isn't as strong as I want it to be. I tend to find that dogs are really responsive to touch. So anyway, I'm going to make sure you have a separate handout for that this week. The general rule of thumb is when you put your hand out and say touch, you should get a touch immediately. If you don't, if the dog ignores it, put it away and try again. Don't continue to hold your hand out. Don't move your hand towards the dog. It should be a very obvious touch. Come out to the side, away from your body. Don't put your hand too close in, because then it's not obvious to the dog what you want. Touch. Touch. Good. So, good job. And make sure, again, that your treats stay hidden. If my treat is sitting here like this, and I say touch, it's really hard for the dog. I mean, we've worked on this enough, but in the beginning, if I had a treat sitting out here and I put my hand out to touch, he would not leave this hand with the treat. So just be cognizant that if you have that reward ready, it's not visible to the dog. Okay, so let's move on. The other skill we've been working on is down. I tend to want to practice down on a mat because the next progression we're going to do is go to your place, which means walk away from me, lie down on this mat, and don't move till I tell you. So I try to start building that skill with just practicing the down on this particular mat. I like to use something that I can fold up and put away when I'm not practicing, and usually the dogs are more inclined to want to lie down on that anyway. So my big thing this week has been get rid of barking when we're practicing and you get frustrated. So I'm really trying to separate those two by keeping what we call things under threshold. What does that mean? It basically means that I'm trying to keep the dog calm. I'm trying to make it really easy and work in small enough steps that he doesn't get so frustrated and so amped up that barking works its way into the training. So I think we've kind of made a breakthrough today. So I'm going to have him get on the mat, down. Give him a second. And before he barks, because he didn't offer me that down right away, I am going to lure. Okay, we're going to try it again. Sit. Yeah, he just has a hard time going into a sit. Yeah, there we go, from a down. Okay, down. Worked out here in front of an audience, so that makes it a little trickier. I'm going to cue one more time, down. Again, I'm not waiting too long to give him a lure because I don't want him to get frustrated and start barking. Okay, touch. I can use the touch to get him off the mat. And let's go right here. Come on. Fletcher. Fletcher. I got a Fletcher and a Fitz. Fitz, down. Okay, so you can see the frustration kind of worked its way. Yes, frustration worked its way in. I got the barking, but then I did get the down. It's kind of a balancing act, okay? Down. Yes, very nice. Now, when I get down and I get it really quickly, and I don't get any barking, I'm rewarding heavily for that. I really want to do extra rewards, tell the dog what a good job he did, and then touch. Yes, and then I want to try to get another repetition in right away. Come here, sit. Down. Yes, good. Very nice. Very nice. It's really important that I get the down on just a verbal cue without pointing or without giving any other physical cues, because that's going to allow me down the road to start to add distance, meaning I don't have to be right next to the dog. When a dog is used to having to see a visual cue like pointing or like, you know, patting at the ground, they only will lie down if they're right in front of you and they see that visual cue. I need to think about long term. I want to be far away from you and cue you to down, and wherever you are, you could be 20 feet away, you hit the deck. And the only way that I can get to that point is if they are used to just hearing that visual cue. So, all right, I'm sorry, verbal cue, no visuals. All right, so let's try it one more time, and then we're gonna, yeah. And this is what we like. We like to see, just offer that behavior. Know that that's the thing we've been working on, and they're gonna offer that down nicely. And then we're going to, again, start working on our place cue next week. So those are our two big things this week that I want you to focus on. The hand targeting and the down, working with trying to keep that dog at a lower level of frustration so we don't see that barking. And work that hand target into a lot of your training this week. Anytime you feel like he's getting distracted or you want him to refocus, that's a great practice of hand targeting. Okay, great job this week, and have a wonderful weekend. We will not see you till Tuesday of next week, so you got lots of days to practice. Take care.